And they would be like, my dog doesn't bite. That's not what I experienced. Dogs do bite. In fact, they tried to me.
She not a hater, but she do not fuck with me. Move to the left. Yeah. I like the top when I ride. I told my nigga to slide. He told them to get up when I pull up.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Majesty and Micah. Today I'm gonna be telling you a story time on why I don't mess with animals. No offense to animal lovers. This is just my experience and what happened to me. And I'm also gonna be doing a light makeup tutorial just to, like do something. But either way, let's get into the video. So first off, if you grew up in Jamaica, it's not the best country for, we love animals and we take care for animals. Yes, no, it's not that. I learned all about that in America. That whole justice for animals. I didn't know people do that for animals. I just thought, it's just a dog. Why do we care? And you can't even judge me because this is what we weren't really taught you're supposed to care about animals they're just dogs but that's besides the point. I kind of just really kept my distance when I was young because I was never really fond of any animal. They just scared the living daylight out of me and I just wanted no parts. Okay, so it all started when I was about I would say maybe 8, 9. No, I'm gonna, that's a drag. I'm gonna say maybe around 9, 10. I was leaving my house because around this time I was still living in Jamaica. I didn't move to America yet. I was leaving my mother's house to go to the shop because it was just down the street from where I live. And, I'm toodle-doodle. But there was this one owner who had a dog, and we're not even gonna put any names or nothing, but he had a dog. He always had bad dogs. Let's just add that in there. All his dogs were bad. They were chained up, and everybody knew you gotta carry a stick or something when you're about to pass because they will attack you. Okay, so living in Jamaica, I didn't have no meat on my bones. I was a little skinny little twig. I'm gonna show y'all, but that's besides the point. I'm here talking and I didn't even start my makeup. Either way, I'm gonna start now. Back to the story. I'm about to walk past the gate and I'm scared as hell. I'm shivering in my boots and I'm just praying to God. I'm God, please don't let that gate be open. If that gate is open, I'm gonna have to run past it because it was literally that serious. What type of owners know they have bad dogs that could potentially kill kids and they leave their gate open and leave their dogs unattended? How smart is that? So my prayer obviously didn't work because I'm walking past this gate and I see the dog start going. I see the dog start and I'm shivering. I couldn't find no stick, so I'm all right, they're not gonna trouble me if I just, how they say that if you act fearless and you act like you're not scared and you just walk, the dog is not gonna do anything, right? I don't know who came up with that, but they was lying. They was just lying because I really believed that, and I decided to walk past the dog fearlessly, which I was not walking fearlessly because I was scared out my boots. And so I'm walking and this dog attacks me. This dog flat out attacks me. And not only does that dog attack me, his friends join too. It's 7 of them and they all attack me. And there's this big cotton tree. I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. And I run backed up into it and they attack me. I fall on the floor. They start biting me. I literally have the scar, which I'm gonna show you the scar from when they bit me. And I was so traumatized. I was screaming for help. They literally almost killed me. They could have me, like. And there was this guy, rest in peace, he passed away. He ran to my aid. He heard me screaming, and he just ran and he ran and he ran, and he got a stick and he started hitting the dogs and like chasing them away. And I was so frantic. I was crying. And it's so funny because my mom is actually spiritual. So like while she was at home, something happened and she knew something was wrong with me. And she started, when I got back up to the house, they brought me up there, and she was like, oh my God, what happened? My mom is so pissed. She goes down there, and Jamaica is a place, when you don't have it and they let their dog attack your kid, they're gonna pay for that hospital bill. And my mama goes down there, she's pissed. She's like, you let your dogs bite my baby. At this time, I was the last kid, so my mom loved me, But either way, that's besides the point. She goes over there and she's mad. You're gonna pay for this, give me the money to take my daughter to the hospital because you don't control your dogs. But I didn't really get to see, but I know that's what happened. And my mom called my dad, and my dad was also pissed because my dad is like very, very overprotective of me and my brother. And for him, I'm also my dad's last child. So if my mom was pissed, he was angry. He was mad. Like my dad wanted to fly down from America and find this man, okay? But either way, she ends up carrying me to like the hospital, and I don't really remember much from there. I just remember that happening to me, and it was just so traumatic. From that day on, I never really messed with dogs. Like that was the end of that for me, and I want nothing to do with them because I'm like, all dogs are like this. They'll try to bite you and hurt you. And I was staying far away as possible. And it was like recently this year that I started to build up the courage to really start to be around dogs again. And it's a crazy story as to how I did that, because I'm not gonna explain what I did on YouTube, but it helped me feel safe so that I felt like I was protected, so that they couldn't hurt me. But y'all, you couldn't get me to go near a dog for $1 million. Like I would literally, when I was walking in America, and I see a dog coming down this side of the street that I'm on, I would literally try to sum up the courage to just walk past them, and I just couldn't do it. I would have to stop, cross the street to go to the other side of the street, inconvenience myself so this dog could peacefully pass on the other side, because I was not about to risk it. Even though I know, they might not hurt me or attack me, but I didn't care. My fear was stronger than my will. So, I didn't do it. I don't even know why I'm using black, but I'm just lightly giving some, a little, don't do this at home, kids. Don't. But either way, I just wouldn't take the chance. And they would be like, my dog doesn't bite. That's not what I experienced. Dogs do bite. In fact, they tried to me. I'm not doing this again. We're not going down the same path. And so, for the longest while, I would just cross the street and avoid these dogs as much as possible. And people you can touch him, he's not gonna bite. And I'm just like, no, babe, keep that dog as far away as possible from me, because I don't want to interact with your dog. But yeah, eventually, I said, sure, you gotta face your fears. And so I faced my fears, and I did ended up being able to walk past them. But it's it's still traumatizing, and I don't know, I just didn't, develop a love for pets. Even though sometimes I'm I want to get a pet, but, I'm lying. I didn't grow up, with, house pets and stuff like that. So I'm just not used to, having them. And then the other thing is, I don't like cats. I absolutely hate lizards. They're my nemesis. Frogs. Oh Lord, that's a new story. Like, you cannot get me to go near a frog. Like, I remember when I was younger, and me and my brother, we used to go over to our like grandma's house and like play video games, or I would watch them play video games, because I was just like doing whatever the boys were doing, because I didn't have no girls to hang around. So it's starting to get late at this point, and in the nighttime, the frogs come out. And if I was skinny, sorry bro, but my brother was a twig, okay? And I knew the frogs was coming out, and I wanted to be nosy and go with my brother. And so on my way back, I see some hopping, some nightly hopping. I'm just behind my brother like, and he's just like, bro, chill. Like, they not gonna do nothing. And we're walking, and a big frog is in the road, and I'm screaming, I'm frantic, I'm crying in the middle of the night. I'm telling my brother, you can't just carry me. Mind you, my brother is like this, and to him, I'm like 3 times that. Meanwhile, at this time, I'm real skinny, but he's smaller than me. He always been smaller than me, so he could not carry me. And so I was just crying. I think I stood there for like 20-30 minutes before I left, and then my brother came back. He threw something at it, and then we went across, and then we went home. But like, hold on, I gotta pause and go do this and come back. But yeah, like, so I don't know like what I thought, but like, I obviously thought wrong, because I don't know how in my head that was the stupidest thing I like ever did as a kid. Like, you scared, and you wanted to be nosy and play with the big boys and go over there because you thought you was fearless. Like, girl, you knew you was scared. Like, what are you doing over there? And then you gonna wait until night knowing they gonna come. Like, bro, that was so stupid. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, don't even ask me why I did that. But I just wanted to be everywhere with my brother. Like, my brother was like my twin. Like, I didn't leave nowhere with him. I didn't go nowhere with him. If he was going somewhere, I was going. Like, we were just inseparable. Like, the only time we weren't together was when we was at school. But like, that like is just why, like, I don't know. I don't even know how I became scared of frogs. But like, trauma, y'all, trauma. Like, I just don't like animals. And lizards, like, that's the big dog. Like, if they come, I'll be like, all right, bro, I got you. Like, I'ma just go wait inside until you feel like moving, because take your time. Like, it's cool, man. Like, you don't even gotta rush. Like, stay there, even if it's all day. I'ma just stay inside. You know what I mean? So I was just a pea. Like, I was letting all of them push me around. Like, I don't care how little they was. So off camera, I did my lip gloss, lip liner, and I just finished up my little blushes and stuff. Me personally, I love that little bam, bam, bam 3-step makeup routine, because I'm not sitting here doing a whole beat down glam unless I really got an event or a birthday or something. I'm just not doing all that. I'm not a big fan of makeup, but I do like to look cute though. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys tune in next Wednesday for my next video. Love you guys so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bling on my body too icy, but I ain't so warm. Don't understand why these bitches don't like me, but I'ma keep calm. He counting my money while wearing a shiesty. My money retarded.